Hey guys, welcome to this video. Thanks for joining me. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you how you can file an extension of your taxes for the year 2019 in 2020. So if you're trying to buy more time, well, this is the video for you. I'm just going to show you a quick way to get it done. Obviously, it takes a while for the IRS to respond to you, so keep that in mind. But this is the way you go about it. Now, for whatever reason, you might be out of the country, or you might have been busy with other things, or maybe some health conditions, or for whatever the reason may be, as long as it's a justifiable reason for you to not file your taxes on time, the IRS will generally grant you extension. So the first thing you want to do is to go to irs.gov, and you can see on the home page, you can see file an extension. You click on that. And then when you go down, you can see you can do it two ways. You can do it the electronic way, or you can do it the form, using a form, the manual way. You have to submit the form to post office and get it mailed to the IRS. But I'm going to show you the first one, the free file. You can click on that. And then if you come down to the bottom, it says more resources. You can see e-file your extension for free. Click on that. Now, depending on what tax company you use to file your taxes, for example, I use TurboTax. You could use OLT, you can use Taxia, H&R Block, there's so many of them. But let's assume that you used TurboTax, all right, because that's the one I used. In that case, you can click on it and basically take you to TurboTax website where you can sign in and, get your extension like that. Now, obviously, you have to state the reason, you have to, show proof and things like that. But let me show you the manual way, because by going through the manual method of using the form, you can easily see exactly what it entails, because obviously I'm not going to be sharing my information online with the TurboTax. But here is what you're going to see by using the forms, all right? We have different forms. We have the 2350 and we have the 4768 and so many other ones. But the ones that I think may apply to a lot of people, like the military guys that might not be in the United States, or like people that may not be able to come back to the United States right now, especially because they're stuck in different countries due to the pandemic we're experiencing, and there are no flights back to the United States at this moment, you guys might want to be using the first one, 2350, which, I pulled it up right now. And you can see it says application for extension of time to file U.S. income tax return. It says for U.S. citizens and resident aliens abroad who expect to qualify for special tax treatment. The point here is this, all right? You can see it says here, all right, this is how they will respond to you. Obviously, you fill out all this information, and it says, I expect to qualify for special tax treatment by meeting this bona fide residence test or physical presence test. This is not an extension of time to pay tax. So if you haven't paid your taxes, well, you might be incurring a penalty or even incurring interest on whatever amount you're owing. So keep that in mind. This is not an extension of time to pay. So you can always make some payments through this form as well. But as you can see, this is how they will respond to you. Now, if you filed electronically, then obviously you're going to get an electronic response. It's pretty straightforward. There's not much to it. There's some information here. And this is where you can see exactly. Let me try to zoom this in where I talked about the extension. It says, Form 2350 doesn't extend the time to pay taxes if you don't pay the amount due by the due date. In this case, we've got an extension until July 15th, which is today. You will owe interest and may be charged penalties. For details, see filing your tax return, which begins on this page. So you need to just make sure that you keep the IRS updated, in terms of your situation. But let's go to the second one that I would talk about, which is the 4768, which is application for extension of time to file a return. And you can see this one says application for extension of time to file a return okay. So in this case, if you're in the United States and you're just trying to buy more time, this is the form you will be using. And you can see, if you come down here, let's see. So if you are just trying to buy more time, this is the part you're going to use. You can see it says check here if you're applying for an extension of time to file based on good and sufficient costs and the time of filing has passed. Also, you must attach a statement explaining in detail why a request for automatic extension was not timely made, why it was impossible or impractical to file the return by the due date, and the specific reasons why you have good and sufficient cause for not requesting the automatic extension. If granted, the 6-month extension for costs runs from the original due date of the return. And then it says additional extension, check here if you are an executor out of the country applying for an extension of time beyond the 6-month automatic extension to file. You must attach a statement explaining in detail why it was impossible and practical to file the return by the due date. These are pretty much the forms. Now, there are other ones like the application for extension of time to file certain employee plan returns, extension of time to file information returns, extension of time to file an exempt organization return, application for automatic extension of time to file Form 709. If you need any assistance, you can always contact the tax pros on the IRS website. I'm not a tax expert. I'm just sharing my own information because I believe some people might find it valuable. So I hope you have found value in this video. And if you have, give this video a thumbs up. And also if you are interested in finances or things like this, check out my channel. You're going to find some value on my channel. Subscribe to the channel, it definitely helps.